have a great fun fold card for you tonight. It's called the Side Shutter Fold card, and I'm using the Love and Happiness stamp set from the up-and-coming mini catalog to make it an anniversary card. And that catalog will be available come January. So this is a little bit of a sneak peek. I will show you how to make that card using the Snowman Season stamp set, and we'll also be using the Beauty of the Earth 12x12 Designer Series paper for the background. I want to thank Wendy Cranford. She provided a video that showed me how to make this card. Hi, I'm Joan Heberlein, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I created this video for Joan's Simple Paper Crafts found right here on YouTube. If you're new here, I want to thank you for stopping by. If you're a returning guest, welcome back. Be sure to subscribe by clicking the subscribe button below. That way you won't miss when I post a video. Now, give me a second so I can turn the camera down and we can get started. Here's the side shutter fold card that I made using the anniversary stamps found in the Love and Happiness stamp set. And that stamp set came out of the brand new mini catalog, which is going to be available January. Can't show you the inside yet, but you can take a look at page 11 and see this stamp set. In this stamp set, I used the For My Husband, Happy Anniversary, My Love, and Here's to Another Year of Love, Laughter, and Happily Ever After. And that's on the inside. And what I did is I used silver because this is for a 25th wedding anniversary. How I do the embossing is I have it in a tin like this. Normally I just use the white piece of paper and I stamp that using our Versamark ink. And that leaves a watermark on the paper, and it takes a while to dry, and that's why it works with the embossing powder. So then I will sprinkle the embossing powder on that card, and then I brush the excess right off into the same dish. Makes it a lot easier. You don't have to use a wipe afterwards to clean up all the powder. And then what I do is I'll put that piece of paper into this tongs that I have, and I will use my heat gun to get it to come to this shiny surface here. I'm going to go on and show you the card that we're going to be making tonight. And we're going to be using our Snowman Season for the stamp set. And then here's the paper supply that we need. The dimensions are in the comments section below. So we'll start stamping first because I want things to dry, and actually I won't stamp this one because I need to have the card constructed to know the exact placement, but I can do these two first. And I am just going to get out some paper so that'll keep my stamp surface clean. And then we're going to use Misty Moonlight for our ink. And I am just going to stamp the snowman on this piece here. You can always turn the paper over if I don't have it centered. I think it turned out okay. Let's set it here so I can see the edges of the card. Yeah, I think that's going to work. And then we're going to stamp some snowflakes on this piece of cardstock. I think that's done there. Oh, we'll hang on to this till we stamp the inside of the card. So, and I'm going to just bring out our Stampin' Scrub and clean these two off right now. And I'm just going to get the excess ink off up here. That keeps the Stampin' Scrub a lot cleaner. And I've been using this so I didn't have to spray it. But if you need to moisten it, you can use the Stampin' Mist. So we're done with those. And so now we're going to work with the paper. I'm going to get out our trimmer and we're going to trim this up. This is that 5 1/4 by 11 piece of paper. We're going to do our first cut at 1 1/4. So we're going to have it lined up here at 1 1/4, and then we're going to start the cut at 1 3/4. Now this is really dark paper, so I can't see the rulers on here. So I'm just going to put a piece of paper in here. Then those measurements will pop out and I'll be able to see where they are. So did you see how that happened? So without the ruler, without the paper, you don't see the measurements, but when you put the paper in, and what I eventually will do is probably just fix it there so I won't have to just find a piece of paper every time I'm doing this. Anyways, we've got our Night of Navy at 1 1/4 inches right here. And then we're going to put the ruler at 1 3/4 inches. So that's going to be right here. And then we're going to go down to the 5 1/4. We got that. Then what we need to do is we need to lift this up and we're going to slide this over to the 4-inch mark. And we're going to do the same thing here. So we're at the 4-inch mark. We're going to put our ruler back down. And we're going to cut from 1 3/4 to the 5 1/4. Okay, so now we're done with the cutting. Next we want to do is we want to score these, and we want to score it at 1 3/4. So that should take us right to where our first cutting is. So where this score line is, it's going to come up to where this cutting line is that we just made. So we want to bring that right up to that point. And we're not going to go all the way down. We're just going to go to the 1 1/4 inch. I think it's 1 1/4. Yes, 1 1/4 inch. And then we're going to come down here and we're going to do it at the 1 1/4 inch. So it's going to be like 4 inches to the edge of the paper. Actually, I can actually see this down here, so I'll use that as my guide rather than working with that extra piece of paper. And then the next marking is at 3 1/2 inches. And we're going to score the entire cardstock there, 3 1/2. And then we're going to score it again at 5 1/4. And then we're also going to score it at 7 inches. Okay. And then we should be done with this. And first we want to do is we want to fold this inward. And I'm just going to burnish it real quickly here. And I'm going to flip it over and burnish it on the other side to help it get a crisp edge. And then next we're going to burnish these edges. So this first we want these to be folded outward. And then these folded inward. And this folded outward. So this portion folded outward. So we've got all those folded, and then this one folded inward. And I'm burnishing all of these. And I want to do the other side to make sure I get them a nice crisp edge. Okay. And then we'll burnish this one back this way again. So that this is this one right here, the bottom fold. So next we want to do is we want to place our card here so we know where we're going to stamp the remaining portion. We want to put some right behind this and then a portion down here. So let's do the Let It Snow right down here, and that is going to work. Wasn't sure if it had enough room there. Let it snow. And then we're going to use these little tiny snowflakes. Do it on this side first. And I'll open this up. And then we have our sentiment for the inside of the card, which it says, hoping this season builds a heartwarming memories. And it will fit behind this paper. So I'm just going to open this up. And then we're going to close up our stamp and then get out our Stampin' Scrub once again and finish scrubbing these stamps here. So let's bring in our paper again, and we can start with the white here, and we'll put it down, leaving 1/8 of an inch around the border. And I'm going to use our multi-purpose glue, but I have some in this tiny bottle here that has this needle nose tip. Sometimes I forget and I leave the bottle open and it plugs up on me. So I've got this needle that I'm just pushing in there, and I push the glue back into the bottle, and then I can use this again. And I'm going to go in the middle of the card here because I don't want it to all come out at really heavy at once. And I'm going to get my silicone mat so that I don't mess up this surface here, because the glue won't stick to the silicone mat. It'll just dry up and then I can peel it off. And if I'm using Stampin' Seal, you can just rub it off right away. You don't even have to wait on that. So now I'm just going to leave an 1/8 of an inch border. A little bit crooked there. And that's why I'm using glue, because I had the wiggle room there. And I was able to move it right over again. Where sometimes when you use the Seal and Seal Plus, they stick down and it's difficult to move the paper. Okay, so next we will do our long one. I had a difficult time deciding which way to put these on here because I like both sides of the paper. That's one thing with Stampin' Up. I never find a piece of paper that I don't want to use. And I am going to use my scoring tool to go over this to make sure I got all the glue bubbles out. And I'll use that in just a second here. So this I'm leaving an 1/8 of an inch around the borders again. And I'm just wanting to make sure that the base and the top are even. So if I had a line running from here to here, that it will be even there. And the same thing down here. So I'm just going to use my scoring tool to get rid of the glue from underneath. And it looks like I had a little bit too much glue, so it kind of oozed out, but I was able to just rub it off real quick. And we'll do the same thing with the white. This flattens all the glue underneath the card between the two pieces of paper, making it full contact. Next we want to do is the 1 and 1.5 inch pieces at the top here. And I am leaving an 1/8 of an inch border on these as well. And making sure that they're even with these long pieces here at the top portion. And I'm just going to use my bone folder again just to make sure I got all the glue taken care of. And then I'm going to do the bottom pieces. This is a very easy card to do. And it's fast. That's what I like about it. And making sure I've got an 1/8 of an inch border. And it's even with the bottom here. Okay. And next we'll just glue these to the cardstock. What to say? So that I left an 1/8 of an inch border, and I'm just doing the bone folder to get the glue bubbles out. And I put too much glue on there, so it kind of oozed out at the top. Let me see. It's doing a lot of glue here. Let's see if I can work it a lot easier now. And let's do an 1/8 of an inch border on this one as well. Then we'll bring it up here, and we will do another 1/8 of an inch border. And that's way too much glue on the edges. So I'm doing an 1/8 of an inch border. And I don't know if you can notice the cut marks there. That's where I'm doing the 1/8 of an inch border from where we cut that in. And then the fold lines here on each side. And then I'm also trying to make sure that it's lined up with the two pieces above and below it. So let's do this one here, and that's going to just hang over, and I will glue the whole thing down because it doesn't have to hang loosely. But I'm going to start it doing it that from the center of the card because I don't have anywhere to judge on the left side of the card. So I'm making sure it's even. These lines are continuous here and here. And I think I am going to put a little Winkostella on here. I should have used our glimmer paper. That might have worked too. Just doing a little bit. Do a little bit in the snowflakes down here. I think that's everything. Oh, we need to glue it to the base. So we will glue it here, and we're going to leave an 1/8 of an inch around the edges. And I am just going to turn it this way and make it an 1/8 of an inch on all sides here. And we're going to use my scoring tool to flatten that down. And we're going to flip it over and score it on the other side as well. So there is our Christmas card. Now you'll notice the folds aren't holding very well. So what I'm going to do is I will put this block on here and leave it sit for a couple days so that it'll stay folded then. And actually it's already staying, so it doesn't need that much time. And then let's get our other card in here. And this card keeps bouncing up. So this one is one that I'm going to put a block on and have it stay for a couple days because I can't just put it across the bow. So I'm going to go like this and I'll put another block up here. I hope you liked this project as much as I did. As you can see, it would work great with just about any stamp sentiment. Why don't you give it a try? Now, if you enjoyed today's video, would you do me 2 favors? Click the thumbs up emoji. That means you like it. And would you share it on social media with your crafting friends and pin it to Pinterest? These actions will help me to keep sharing my ideas with other crafters for free, and I'd really appreciate that. Be sure to hit the subscribe button below so you won't miss any future videos. If you have any questions, be sure to contact me. I'm here to help in any way that I can. If you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I'd love to be your demonstrator. Just reach out to me. And if you'd like to place a Stampin' Up! Order or would like a catalog, hop over to my website where you'll find the Shop Now button. To shop with me, you'll need to go to joanheberlein.stampinup.net. Bear with me a little bit longer because I want to let you know of the promotions going on right now. Our next promotion is the Last Chance Products Sale. The July-December 2021 mini catalog will be retiring soon. It's all bittersweet to see a classic Stampin' Up! Catalog take a trip to the retirement. But we're looking forward to all the new products on their way, and we hope you are too. Stock up on your favorite products before they're gone for good. Save up to 50% on essential craft supplies. What are you waiting for? Start shopping. After all, this selection of last chance products is only available while supplies last. The sale starts December 1st at 12 a.m. Mountain Time and ends January 3rd at 11:50 p.m. Mountain Time. Check the comments section below for a list of the retiring items and the carryover items. Before we go, I want to tell you about Stampin' Up's new product. It's an early release and it's called Eden's Garden. And it's a collection which contains a bundle and some designer series paper and some gems. You can buy the bundle or you can buy the individual items. And the sale starts October 1st. Mark your calendars. I'll be back next Wednesday, December 8th at 7 p.m. Central Time, and we'll be doing something Christmas-like. I hope you'll be here to join me. Thanks so much for being here with me tonight. I look forward to next time. Bye for now, and don't forget to subscribe.